The devastating impact of Charles and Diana's toxic marital breakdown on their sons was laid bare by Prince Harry in the interviews. The boys longed to spend more time with both of their parents and were left feeling as if they were bouncing between the two of them, he admits in the ITV documentary. Harry recalls, "There was the point where our parents split and we never saw our mother enough or we never saw our father enough. There was a lot of traveling and a lot of fights on the back seat with my brother which I would win. There was all that to contend with. And I don't pretend we're the only people to have to deal with that, but it was an interesting way of growing up." On screen, Harry laughs as he remembers the squabbles while in transit between their warring parents, but the story lays bare the emotional toll of the divorce. The Prince and Princess of Wales separated in December 1992 after 11 years of marriage. The relationship was riven with anger and bitterness, notably over the fact that, in 1986, Charles had resumed his love affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. The separation announcement was made in the Commons by then Prime Minister John Major and Buckingham Palace. The couple would divide their households, with Diana at Kensington Palace and Prince Charles living between Highgrove and Clarence House. They were to share the parenting of William and Harry. But the day-to-day arrangements left the boys, then aged 10 and 8, yearning to see more of their father and the mother they adored. Speaking about Diana, William tells the program, "We felt incredibly loved, Harry and I. Picture of misery, that confirmed to the Queen how bad things really were." The Queen summoned Diana's friend Harry Herbert for a private chat at Balmoral to ask about the state of the royal marriage. Herbert, one of the biggest names in British horse racing and son of Her Majesty's then racing manager the Earl of Carnarvon, was trusted by both the Princess and the Queen. He reveals on the program, "That was a bad time for Diana. The light had gone out. The Queen wanted to talk to me about it because she was so worried." He says that he and the Queen were looking down onto this beautiful setting of heather and castle when they had an incredibly important chat, a very personal chat, with the Queen wanting to know how Diana was feeling. "It was a sad discussion, a sad moment, because that was when everything was at its worst." The conversation took place before the royal couple's November 1992 visit to South Korea when it became clear they could hardly bear each other's company. Within a month they had separated. At the time of her fairytale 1981 wedding, Diana had seemed the perfect bride for the heir to the throne. But their honeymoon happiness proved short-lived when a picture of Camilla fell from the pages of Charles's diary and then Diana found him wearing a pair of cufflinks with the initial C entwined. They were brought together by the birth of their sons in 1982 and 1984, but the princess, lonely, isolated, and in the grip of an eating disorder, eventually sought solace with cavalry officer James Hewitt, surgeon Hasnat Khan and Herod's heir Dodi Al-Fayed. As adults, both princes reflect on Diana's innocence and youth when she embarked on a marriage that was to have such painful consequences. Harry says, "She was a normal 20-year-old marrying into an institution, the British royal family." Harry found watching the new documentary so emotional that it almost reduced him to tears. It has emerged that, after seeing the program for the first time, Harry called the producers and said, "I nearly cried several times watching it back. Thank you, it's brilliant."